Hello students, Jai Hind to all. This is Vivek Srivastav sir, and I am here for video of class 8, and that is related to the social reforms, right? The social reforms that are in 19th century and early 20th century. Okay, it means your subject will be history. Okay, and class 8 topic your social reforms. Okay students, then I am here to describe the conditions of widow. Okay, the conditions of widow before 19th and 20th century. So first topic that we will discuss today, that is changing the lives of widows. What was the events that changed the lives of widows? We will discuss in this video. By the end of 18th century, India in general and Bengal in particular had declined both socially and educationally. The common mass, unaware of the true meaning of their scriptures and text, followed the false saying of the priest blindly. It means by the end of 18th century, when 18th century was going to be end, India has a broad change that was related to socially and economic, educationally, right? And they denied to obey the priest, the pandits, and they started to follow the new rules. Okay, religious fanaticism and superstitions had entered deep into the social system and were rooting it. Under such a dismal condition, there was an urgent need of transform the society by installing rational thinking and progressive ideas in the masses. As a result, thinkers of 19th century Bengal, who were deeply influenced by the new Western ideas, started questioning orthodox practices and beliefs of Hindu society and refused to practice them. Clearly, they refused to practice all the blindly beliefs. Okay, this moment in the Indian history has been termed as the Indian Renaissance. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was the central figure of the modern and hence is regarded as the father of Indian Renaissance. Okay, भारतीय पुनर्जागरण के पिता. Okay, father of Indian Renaissance, that is Ram Mohan Rao, Raja Ram Mohan Rao. First, we will discuss about the condition that is known as the sati. Do you know what is sati? Okay, so see, Roy founded a reform association known as Brahm Samaj, later known as the Brahm Samaj in Calcutta, that aimed to remove social evils such as polygamy, child marriage, female infanticide and caste discriminations. He advocated the spread to Western education in India and help women to attain freedom and equality. He wrote to highlight unjust restrictions imposed upon the Indian women, such as confining them to home and the kitchen. It means, as we all know, Indian women were especially reserved for home and kitchen, but he opposed this. He tells that this is not a good work. Okay, so denying them education and imposing the burden of household work upon them. His most noteworthy contribution was his fight against the brutal and fatal practice of sati, or the burning of a widow on the pyre of their husband upon their death. He led an organized movement against the heinous practice and passed the matter by writing numerous pamphlets in English, Bengali and Sanskrit against widow burning. He commended sati as the barbaric practice in Bengal journal Shambad Kaumudi. That was a journal at that time. It was written in Bengali and cited ancient Hindu texts to prove that it was not an Hindu practice that had no sanction in ancient Hindu text. He pointed out the greedy relatives of the widows who were interested in the property of the dead husband when often forced them to commit sati. He visited a cremation ground in Calcutta, that is Calcutta now known as Kolkata, and he presided widow not to kill themselves. He helped to prepare a petition to British government against sati. His tireless efforts of 15 years finally bore fruit in 1829 when the Governor General of India, Lord William Bentinck, declared sati as a punishable criminal offence. Clear? Beta, in the next video I will describe you life of Indian widows. Till then, keep watching my channel. Have a nice day. Thank you.